In this video, I build a huge gas farm that will give me a ton of gunpowder, gas tiers, and lots of lag. To build this farm, I made a drowned farm to give me hundreds of tridents, which I used to immediately kill the ghasts that spawn in the farm. Throughout this video, I almost died multiple times and disaster strikes at the end. Anyways, enjoy the video. Hi, it's KingT here and welcome back to another Minecraft video from my single player survival, and in today's video I'm going to be building probably the most overpowered gunpowder farm in the entire game. But before we can build the actual farm, I need to gather up a whole bunch of resources and build a farm to get resources. So to start off our first farm, I have gathered up almost 9 stacks of ice, but I think I need a little bit more than this, so I'm going to take this shulker box and go mine some more. Luckily for me, I live right next to a frozen taiga biome, so I can just drop down over here and mine up a whole bunch of ice. Speaking of which, I'm going to need a trident, so hopefully this guy will drop one. No. 2 more trident drones are down here, so I'm going to try to take them out and see if I can get a trident. That's 0 for 3. Alright, this I'm hoping is going to be enough. If not, I can always get more. It's not that difficult to get ice. The next item I need is prismarine bricks, but luckily I have a whole bunch of those. And next I'm actually going to need some turtle eggs. And unfortunately I don't have any turtle eggs or even some seagrass. So I'm going to find some iron and make some shears so that I can get some. Luckily for me, iron is not hard to get, and neither is seagrass. I don't know why I harvested so much seagrass. I'm really not going to need this much. I only need a few turtle eggs. Now I need to hunt for some turtles. Aha, here we go, turtles. And they've laid me, it looks like 2 eggs. Awesome, 4! I stood on them, that's why I'm stupid. Alright, looks like I need to find some more turtles. This looks like a prime spot for turtles. Oh, finally. Finally. I've been looking around for ages to find some sea turtles. There we go. 14 turtle eggs should be more than enough to build this farm. I should only need about 10 turtle eggs maximum. The next item that I need a lot of is leaves, and I thought I would use spruce leaves because they're just so much easier to get. And one of the best places to get spruce leaves is my raid farm, because I originally had a giant leaf perimeter around the whole thing, and I'm counting on there being a lot of leftovers. Aha, here we go. And this should be more than enough leaves. So everything I need for the farm should be in these 3 shulker boxes plus this trident. I'm also going to take a few stacks of temporary blocks. I thought a good spot to build this farm would be kind of behind the iron farm. This way it's away from all of the other spawning based farms. None of the mob cap will be taken up by the hostile mobs in the general mob farm or the squid farm. I've finally decided that this is the area where I'm going to build the farm. And it looks like the trident killer is good. I need to place soul sand around the trident killer. I need to put a button here, 2 layers of fence gates. Then I'm going to open them all. Now I need to get out a map and figure out which way is northwest. So it looks like that's this way. I'm not exactly sure, but on the northwest corner of the farm, you actually need to use ice instead of solid blocks. Basically, these bubble columns allow the drowns to just easily fall right into the trident killer, because there's going to be water pushing them this way as well. Now it's time for the repetitive part of the build, where I need to repeat this in a funnel design over and over and over again. Before I forget, I need to put 2 blocks above one of the central fence gates, and a turtle egg is going to go here to lure the drowned in. I also need to build up 3 blocks in each of these corners. Quick disclaimer, this is not my drowned farm design. Good thing sunlight doesn't melt ice or else this farm would be toast. Aw, you're kidding. That's a whole bunch of ice that I can't get back. That's super annoying. And it's not like I can light this up because then it just melt the ice. So now unfortunately this does have to be the last layer because of the outer wall of this building, whatever it's going to be. And now for the very satisfying part of destroying all of these ice blocks. I think the next logical step is to put in the turtle eggs. I have these mostly out of reach from the drown, so I'm just going to put one on top of each one and just mine the tower. Because the reason that hostile mobs go for turtle eggs is because they think they can step on them and break them by just leaving them floating out of reach. That should never happen. Alright, so now I need to build out in the middle to see how far away from the edge it is. Oh, and already we have our first drowned, which means that that is an appropriate AFK spot. We're going to make it so only drowned will be able to spawn on this entire build. And unfortunately, the easiest way to do this is to build up. And I think 15 blocks up is going to be enough. So far this thing looks ugly, but it's gonna work beautifully, and I can turn it into a skyscraper later. And finally, this giant wall around the entire thing is done, which means that the last thing to do is to cover this entire thing up with leaves. I noticed there is some light from the ice shining through, and I'm going to try to fix that some other time, because it does seem to spawn drowns quite frequently. Alright, I've been AFK at this farm for about a total of 2 hours, and I think it's safe to say this was a success. Look at the amount of tridents I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these and load them into a shulker box. I also did get quite a bit of junk items, like all these nautilus shells. I don't really need the ink sacs or any of the fishing rods. Alright, so this is a good start. I have an entire shulker box, and then about half of a shulker box. Unfortunately, I'm going to need more. Yes, this farm requires a ton of tridents because I'm basically spawning all of the ghasts inside of trident killers. And now the only way I can think of to preserve the amount of tridents I have to repair all of these tridents is to use mending. And it's time to go to the villagers. Someday I'm going to make this villager trading hall way better, but I don't have time for that in this episode. So it turns out I forgot like the most important part of all of this. I need books. But I can finally make use of this sugarcane farm. This should be more than enough books. And I've realized that trident killers don't use any durability at all. So, if you take a look at this, there are a few tridents that don't even need mending because I'm not going to break them as soon as I accidentally pick them up and have to throw them again. Like all of the ones that are about half durability, they'll be fine. I just need to worry about these ones that are almost going to break. Which means that I need a lot less mending books than I probably bought. I just wasted so many emeralds. So I mean, I got all this mending, and plus I have a ton of extra books too. So I guess let's get repairing. Now it's time to go heal these tridents, and I thought, what better way to do that than with the gold farm. And there we go, all of the tridents that were enchanted with mending have been fully repaired. I have spent a lot of time gathering up the tridents needed for this insane farm, and I have also enchanted all of them with mending because I can flex my wealth like that. However, now my levels are down to 307, so I was just at the Guardian farm getting a few of those back. But I have got not just one, not just two, but almost 2.5 shulker boxes full of tridents, and this is definitely going to be enough. I think there's a little bit too many here, but that's fine because I'll have some left over anyways. Now, there are still a few things that I need to get together, like a bajillion rails and a whole bunch of hoppers and stuff. Luckily for me, I have plenty of iron. All of that just for a stack of hoppers. That's just kinda dumb. While I'm here, I am also going to change out my bow. I really don't want this thing to break when I'm trying to fight a ghast or something. And luckily for me, there's a backup one right here. There is almost no durability left on that, and it's too expensive to repair. so it is just going to live in here for the rest of its life. I'm going to leave this iron in block form because I need a ton of minecarts, but they are non-stackables, so it's just easier to store them like this, and the only ingredient is iron, so I can just craft them at the farm. I do have a few rails, but it's definitely not going to be enough. The crazy part is, I don't know if even this amount of rails is going to be enough. The other thing I need a whole bunch of is powered rails, and luckily gold is even easier to get than iron. I'm hoping this will be enough powered rails, but if not, it's not that hard for me to get a whole bunch more. That should be plenty of pistons. These should be most of, if not all of the technical parts of the farm. I almost forgot sea lanterns are pretty important, because they can stop skeletons from spawning. I have many shulkers full of smooth stone. I probably don't need 4. And the last thing I'm going to need is a ton of glass. 1 shulker box should be enough. That is a lot of materials. 9 full shulker boxes for everything that is needed for this farm. So now I'm going to fly toward the site of the farm. So I have chosen this area over here to build my mega ghast farm. I've done a little bit of spawn proofing already. There's still a whole bunch to do up here, because yeah, there's a lot of land. Alright, so the first step is going to be going to a good layer and building out 16. And now I need to build out 16 in all directions. Now I need to line this entire thing with hoppers. Alright, and this is the outline of not even the spawning platform, the minecart platform. And before I forget, I'm going to go get the last item that I need. And now, oddly enough, I need to make 64 grindstones. This is the minecart platform complete, and now it's time to start placing all the rails. Well, that was a little scary. Alright, time to test the minecart track just to make sure it makes it all the way around. It looks like it does. No, you stupid ghast. Breaking my rails. Where are you? Oh, dealing with the skeletons in Ghast is so annoying that I'm gonna brew some invisibility potions. And I think that's the first time I've used this brewing stand. Alright, so I've got 3 invisibility potions here. Alright, I've got 9 invisibility potions, which means I can go back to the Ghast farm. Okay, so it looks like everything can still see me. Alright, let's see. Does my invisibility work right now? Looks like it does, until I get really close. Interesting. I don't really mess around with invisibility a whole lot, so this is a new experience. I guess the real test is going to be if that ghast sees me, because that's the worst part. Alright, my invisibility potion ran out, but I was able to get all of these rails down. Oh, are you kidding? So right as I start recording, this ghast shows up and starts blowing everything up. How rude can you get? Come on, get out of here, ghast. So a little bit of an update. I finished all of the rails, and I looked at an enderman, of course. This enderman is low-key wrecking me. Okay, there we go. Anyways, all of the rails are now done, which means I gotta put in the minecarts now. I need to put a hopper on every other rail. It's all the hopper minecarts. Now this entire thing needs to get covered with redstone. Alright, that looks good. All of the minecarts seem to be functional, except that one. I don't know what happened here. Oh, I think it hit the enderman, that's why. So, I've outlined all of this, and now all the grindstones need to go right here. They all need to be 3 blocks apart, just like this. Well, looks like the spawn platform is working already. Oh, what is this? Well, I killed it anyways. There seems to be ghast spawning very frequently. And with that, that's the entire spawn platform complete. So the next step is that I need to place a block here and a rail on top like that. And that is going to allow me to place in the minecarts. I need to place down a minecart on every single one of these rails, and then break this block, and the minecart just falls in, and because it's on a grindstone, which is lower than a regular block, it can't go anywhere. Like, what is this? And why is it happening? I had this issue in the Wither Skeleton farm too. Is it a bug? Please let me know. And now you can see how this ghast farm is kinda supposed to function. The ghasts immediately spawn and go into the minecarts. And then I'm just gonna have some trident killers that take them out. Oh, my invis ran out. And my controller just died. No, 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 no. You're kidding. You're actually kidding. Get out of here. No. You stupid ghasts. And I just broke a minecart. Okay, retreat. That was like the worst turn of events I've seen in a very long time. That's really annoying. Alright, here's the redstone circuit that activates all of the trident killers. No. Wait. Oh. That's interesting. I didn't know ghast fireballs redirected each other. That's kind of cool. Alright, so this is the first row of trident killers. And yeah, I've got to do that 7 more times. And those ghasts are not going to be nice. I know I'm going to need to do a lot of spawn proofing for this, but it's going to be worth it. Just 2 more rows left. I'm finally onto the last row. And that is every single piston put in. And now I get the fun task of placing in all of the redstone. And for this, it will get noisy, but I do need to turn on the redstone. And everywhere where the redstone stops, I need to put a repeater. And that's it. That's all of the redstone done. Which means that there is one last step to make this farm fully operational. First I'm going to turn off that though. And now the last step should be the tridents. I think a skeleton just fell from all the way up there. And the final trident is in. Let the lag commence. I can't really see what's going on down there because of this giant platform. But it looks like it's working. Or no, it sounds like it's working, I should say. What a time for the recording to time out. Alright, so I do need to do spawn proofing like all the way up there. You see there's a ghast floating around up there. But this has been really successful so far. So I'm just going to fly down here and turn it off. Alright, so I need 23 scaffolding. So I need to fly down here and quickly take out the ghasts. Oh, what a shot. Alright, so it looks like this is the center of the farm. So I can just use my scaffolding to build up 23 blocks. And it should give the perfect height for the AFK platform. In the new and improved AFK platform, I am going to clean all this stuff up later off camera. Because for now, there's a lot of spawn proofing that needs to be done. Look at the amount of skeletons up here. Oh, bye-bye. These skeletons really want to go, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, there's still sections up there, especially right over here. Alright, my helmet is starting to get a bit low, which means that I should go back to the base and repair some stuff. And looks like there's a whole bunch of garbage in here that I can just throw away. I don't want any of this stuff. Alright, let's see. How much XP are in these 2 furnaces? I just hooked it up to the Guardian farm, so it's constantly smelting down fish. Oh wow, that mended all my armor. Let's see. Pickaxe? Sword? Axe? Even if it doesn't give me like 5 bajillion levels, it still works. I just want to see how much XP is actually in here. Okay, not too much. I think I'm getting a little carried away with all the farms because it's getting laggy. And this is definitely I think the laggiest farm I've made. At least it's gonna stay this way. It's not as laggy as like a gold farm or a guardian farm or something, but it's always like this. because of all the entities, specifically the tridents and minecarts. So I'm probably not gonna do anything with this area, except for obviously use the Ghast farm because it's just so laggy. There's not really a point in me hanging around here for anything else. Of course, I'm not gonna just quit making farms, because you guys seem to really like that. The Wither Skeleton farm video did really well. Hopefully, my future farms are not gonna be as laggy. They're still gonna be big, but I've got some ideas on how to make them not laggy. At least the terrain here is easier to spawn proof than the Wither Skeleton farm was. That was a pain. And honestly, I gotta say, still not the most frustrating farm. The raid farm and the Wither Skeleton farm were a lot more frustrating. Because with this, I was able to use, or at least I thought to use, invisibility potions, so that the ghast wouldn't just completely destroy the farm. And I think this is about as far as I need to spawn proof in this direction, because the farm is all the way over there. Spawning sphere on Sim 4 is not that big. Ghast are accomplishing nothing except wasting my bow durability. Slowly but surely, everything is getting spawn proofed. Oh my gosh, no. No, controller. What? Okay, I need to fix this controller issue. That's happened like 3 times now. But I just lost control of my controller and almost died. Okay. That was scary. Okay, I'm gonna do something now that I haven't really looked forward to. I have to go break that scaffolding, which means I gotta take out the ghasts in the farm, despawn them, and fly back quick enough? Yes, I can. All just to break that. And if I stand here, nothing spawns, which is fantastic. And the only thing really left to do is spawn proofing, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up all my shulker boxes. My base is officially just a mess of shulker boxes now. I mean, and chests. Look at this. This is just hideous. So much junk and stuff everywhere. And that's this entire upper section spawn proofed. I'm probably not going to need to do anything over here, because the AFK platform is all the way down here. And one of the biggest giveaways that it's working is that ghast will immediately spawn in here. Now there is two sections that I'm scared of. One of them is right over here. This area should now be pretty much safe. I'm just gonna get these last few blocks. The other section I'm scared of is right around the corner. Right here, there's just a few spots that need to be slabbed. Alright, so I'm hoping that is everything that I need to spawn proof. If I find another spot, I guess I'll just have to place slabs on it, so I'm gonna keep this shulker box here. And it's time to give this thing a full test. So quickly, I have to glide all the way down here and prepare for noise. And items should be flowing into the chests. We got a ghast here, we got some gunpowder. Already though, we got 22 gunpowder? How did a ghast get down there? Oh, did it spawn on the spawn platform? Okay, so something just catastrophic just happened. So first of all, I picked up a trident, which isn't the end of the world. I just have to figure out which one it is. And it doesn't look like that ghast broke anything, which is good. Oh, I found it. Looks like it was that one. I was going to say that I should go back to my base and repair my helmet, because the thorns makes it lose durability faster. Oh man, these guys are here. Get out of here. Alright, I think I've spawn proofed everything for real now. It's time to test it and run it for a little while then. That's kind of what I like to hear, but also not what I like to hear, because they make such a hideous sound that they pretty much immediately die. And if you're not looking in the right spot, you're not even going to see them in the farm. But it looks like all the ghasts are just spawning down in this farm here, which is exactly what we want. So with that, the sound of dying ghasts, I hope you enjoyed this video. It took a pretty long time to make, specifically just to design the farm and everything. But this was definitely worth it. All the stress. because now I have the best gunpowder farm in the entire game. So, with that, please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future uploads and see what I'm going to do with all of this gunpowder and the ghast tears. So I will see you down in the comments in the next one and in the Discord server. KingT out.
You